Yes. Hey, y'all, and welcome back to another episode of the Next Chapter's DMV's podcast. Today, this podcast is dedicated to stories of strength and brilliance of women from all walks of life. I have the pleasure today to have a conversation with Dr. Khanu. Oh my gosh. I have been
Yes.
trying to get her on the podcast since forever. But today we want to honor our journeys and our resilience that carries us forward. And in each episode, I want it to be a reminder that there is no single way to just be you or to just
Mhm.
being a woman. And we're visionaries, we're nurturers, and everything in between. So we rise, we rebuild and redefine what's possible. Whether you're here for inspiration or empowerment or simply a moment to feel connected, you're in the right place. So let's begin. Welcome,
Mhm.
Dr. Khanu, to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
I know Anisha's been asking, like, when are you going to come on the podcast? So I was like, okay, today I will come on. Um, so yes, I am happy to be here, Anisha.
Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're going to go ahead and hop right in. So our very first question for our conversation today is, what
Mhm.
did you have to unlearn to become the woman that you are today?
Oh, wow. Okay, so you go with deep questions from the beginning.
Yes,
Okay, so what did I have to unlearn? A lot of things, but mostly fear. So I'm always so nervous about doing stuff, like nervous about what the outcome would be. So just mainly just kind of doing things without negatively thinking negatively about what the outcome would be. So just taking a chance, I think, is one thing that I had to unlearn to get here right now.
that's good. And when did you realize that you were stronger than you thought?
Mm. The last year and a half, I think,
Mhm.
the last year and a half has been a year of transition for me. I left some situations that didn't benefit me anymore, and I was afraid to do so, knowing that it would come with a lot of like different things, but I ended up being really strong and not being afraid to like deal with all the things that it came with. So this year, I think. Yeah, the last year and a half has been my strongest years.
Okay, that's good. And how do you take self-doubt? I know you just spoke about like, leaving fear behind and
Mhm.
transitioning into the new you and leaving behind things that no longer serve you. How do you
Mhm.
deal with self-doubt? Because I can't imagine the thoughts, the questions that you have for yourself as you transition and as you leave fear behind.
I think I'm still working through that. Like I'm still working through um different things that I may doubt myself on. But I think it's really just grounded in my faith, like just believing that whatever God's plan is for me is the best plan. So as I venture into new things, yeah, I just have to believe that God is going to either pull me out of it because it wasn't the best thing for me or pull me through it because that's like the plan that He has for me. So, yeah.
As the young people would say, clock it, pull you out. Yeah, that I mean that's good. Pull you out or pulling you through. And
Mhm.
that is great. Now, what advice would you give to your younger self? Your younger self, think about your younger self 10 years ago. What advice would you give to your younger self?
What was that, 26, 10 years ago? Okay. What advice would I give to myself? I don't even know. I think 26, I had just moved to DC by myself. So, um, and I took a chance on that because my mom and dad did not want me to come to DC by myself. So, yeah, they wanted me to stay in Jersey. So it was a whole thing, but I ended up coming here and got my first job. And I think the same advice that I would give myself like 3 years ago, like don't hold on to things that are not serving you. Like if it's not benefiting you, don't try and fix it or hold on to it. Just let it go.
Yeah, that is good advice to the younger self or even the self now, because a lot of
Mhm.
times we see the red flags, but we still walk into them anyway. I'm
Yes.
struggling with
Yeah,
that myself.
exactly. And you'll be like, oh no, the red flag just came up one time, but then they keep coming up and you're making excuses. But yeah, so just really recognizing in the beginning, like, whoa, 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 this is not benefiting me at all. So I need to let it go. But I always want to try and like fix things.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
understand the
So
fix. I
yeah.
understand the fix. I understand the
Hmm.
fix. Definitely. And this is like the next question is like a perfect segue, right? For,
Hmm.
unlearning the fear and becoming stronger and things like that that you've been doing. So, and even moving to DC on your own and, like your parents disagree with you.
Hmm.
What doors did you have to walk through alone?
Doors I had to walk through alone. I think every transition that I made from the moment I graduated high school, my mom and dad were supportive, but because I was the oldest, they didn't really have experience with like certain things. So if I went against whatever thing that they wanted, then I would be alone. Like I would have to figure things out. So yeah, I think like when I make for whatever reasons transitions, like if I have to like move from one state to another, if I have to go to school, if I have to like, all these things, I end up being alone making those decisions. Like I don't have anyone to talk to when I make those kind of decisions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Understand. And like as the firstborn, I'm not the firstborn, but like you mentioned, like it's like your parents are experiencing what you're experiencing too at that time because
Mhm.
being the first child. So I totally get it. So what legacy are you intentionally building right now? Like currently in your life, like what legacy are you saying, okay, I'm intentional about this. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to leave behind.
Mhm. That's a good question. So I read this book, and it says something like you want people. So when you're born, you're crying where everyone is laughing, and you want when you die, you're smiling while everyone is crying. Like you want to be missed in this world. So I think for me, like how I interact with people, everything I do is with kindness because that's the legacy. I want people to be like, she was so kind and she was so helpful. Um, yeah, I don't want people to have like not necessarily, and no matter what you do, people will have negative things to say, but I want to show up pure in all my relationships. Like, this is me, this is who I am, this is my intention. And I don't want anyone to feel like I've wronged them intentionally.
Yeah. Ugh.
Mhm.
That kind of hit a little nerve there because, sometimes you do things unintentionally, but it's also how the other person or other people perceive that too, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
so it's always a tug of war between, you meant good, but how did they receive it?
Yeah,
That's a very touchy one right there, Dr. Khan, you know?
I know. But sometimes, like, okay, you may mean good, and they took it as bad, right? And even that, like sometimes you have to realize like how people perceive you is based on their experiences themselves. Like if they want to see things through negative, then that's what they're going to do, regardless of how you show up. So not taking everything so personally would
Mm-hmm.
be something also that I feel like I need to work on because I'm an emotional sensitive person. I'll tell anyone that for free.
Yeah.
Like I'm an emotional sensitive person, and so now I'm just learning to not just take everyone personally. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a good way to like perspective wise so that you're not too hung up about other people's feelings and how they
mhm,
perceived your message. But I am so thrilled to know that you want to leave kindness in the world. I do too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all. Yeah,
Yeah. What do you hope women like you never forget?
who they are.
Oh, tell me more.
I think as women, like we often forget who we are because of our like different roles and things, right? So like when you become a mom, when you become a wife, you forget who you were before you became a wife. When you become a mom, you forget who you were before you became a mom. Like because the roles that we have are so demanding emotionally. Like we're the caregiver, we're the nurturer, so we take from ourselves to give to like those people. And so just remembering who you are, the strength that you have, no matter like what position you are. Like before I could be anyone's wife or anyone's mother, I have to understand who Adama is, right? So just remembering who you are.
Yeah, being who you are. That's so powerful right there. Now,
Hmm.
how do you balance softness and strength?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think my softness is my strength
Ooh, tell me about it.
because I feel like and this took me a while to get to because people always used to make it seem like I'm too soft. But my softness is my strength because I'm going to show up who I am regardless. And how people, I might be the person that changes someone's day because of how I showed up. Or I'm able to stay calm, like in certain situations, not all situations, but
Mm-hmm.
I always want to, I believe like being soft in situations where people think you're supposed to be. Um, Hard or being soft while you're dealing with a million different things is a strength
Yeah. That
that
is
we
actually
as
a great
Black
answer.
women, yeah, because I feel like Black women, especially Black people, people always talk about Black women as like aggressive and things like that. So if I show up in softness, even when I'm managing my teachers or I'm in a meeting, like if I show up with softness, then people will receive it better.
Mm. I never viewed softness and strength aligning like that.
Yeah.
That's great. Now you got me thinking, like, yeah, that can work. That can happen.
Yeah, because like let's say you're like you have a I always tell people with students, right? Like my teachers that I manage that the only way kids are going to respond to you is if you like deal with them softly.
Mm.
The soft but firm teachers have the most control of their classroom because the kids are not afraid of them. They genuinely like them, so they want to do what like they want to
What
do
they
for them.
say. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good point.
They want to please them. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now that you mention students, what do you hope the next generation of girls feel and know about themselves? Like understand about themselves. Like think of some of the students that your teachers are managing now in elementary schools. What do you hope like those girls understand about themselves?
Um, hmm, that's a good question.
Hmm.
I think every girl needs to really understand their own strength without someone else. Like understand that they have power and strength without having to rely on other people. So yes, I feel like as women we're taught like find someone that you could rely on or depend on, but sometimes and not even financially, just all around. But sometimes you have to a lot of times you have to just find your own strength. So finding who you are and how independent you are without being attached to other people.
Yeah,
And
I do
chasing
believe that
after,
too. Like
yeah.
finding yourself first.
Hmm. And chasing after the dream that you want. Like
Yeah,
if you want to go do something, don't let anyone hold you back from doing what you want to do. If it's going to
absolutely.
benefit you. If it's not
Yeah.
going to benefit you, then fine. But it is going to benefit you.
Yeah. And sometimes at the initial stage, you don't necessarily know like what is going to benefit you like further
Hmm.
on because it may not benefit you at first, but later on down the road. But th that's powerful. That's really, really good. So, how do you now let's take that back. What brings you joy? And
Mhm.
how do you protect your peace? So it's a two-part question. What brings you joy? And how do
Uh-huh.
you protect your peace?
I don't know. Now every little thing could bring me joy. Like going outside for a walk on a warm day could bring me joy. Being able to come home after work, straight home after work, and not have to go do other things bring me joy. It just depends. I'm at like a really soft time in my life right now. So it's
Mhm.
like I'm trying to be appreciative of all the things that I do have because I came from I had a hard like year, 2025. So
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you protect your joy?
I think I'm still working on that.
Okay.
I think I'm
That's
still working.
I think that's a good place to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm still working on not letting things impact me greatly
Greatly.
emotionally. Mhm.
Okay. What does alignment feel like for you in that moment where, everything is going just fine, just how you like it, the soft life, the peace, the joy. What does that feel like for you in that moment?
That feels good. The thing is, when everything is aligning, there tends to be you tend to have the habit of like, oh my God, is this too good to be true? Like, is this like what's gonna happen next? So I think like right now I'm learning to just, like I said, have faith, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take it a day at a time, have faith in God's plan for my life. And but yeah, the alignment feels good. Like once I get rid of all the like negative thoughts, the alignment feels good.
Yeah, such a good feeling. All right. And just like maybe like the opposite of that, what do you do when you feel overwhelmed?
You want the truth or you want
Give us the truth.
well, after I'm done crying, because that's gonna be what I do.
Is that your first like go-to
That's my,
like
oh yeah, that's
okay.
the first thing. What?
Okay.
I'm gonna cry first. And then
Okay.
everyone knows that about me, so it's
You're
fine.
gonna cry
Like that's not
first.
something I'm not afraid of. I'm not ashamed of that.
Uh-huh.
I've been this way for 36 years. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
cry first. And then I'm gonna try and find a solution to the problem. But I must cry first to get it all out. Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, like I'm gonna cry, but it's not the first thing that I do. The first thing that I want to do when I feel overwhelmed is take a nap.
Oh, I can't sleep. If something's wrong, I cannot sleep.
I don't know, for some reason, I feel like I have to turn the switch off
Hmm.
and then power it back up for some reason. But I am gonna cry after I get up from that nap though. And then, the young people would say, okay, so you just crash out in your sleep. And I'm like, maybe. I don't know. But yeah,
I always feel
that's
better once it's done. So once I
good.
cry, then I can think clearly about, all right, what am I about to do?
Yeah, what's the solution? Yes,
Mhm.
that's a good one. All right. And then to wrap up our conversation, I want to ask you, where do you feel most like yourself?
Oh my gosh, that's a good question.
Yeah, so tell me like
Um,
where you are and what you're doing.
it's actually who my sister. If I'm with my sister, I feel most like myself.
Yeah, okay. What are you
Mhm.
doing with your sis?
Anything. She could be here.
Mm,
We could be driving. Most times we're driving to New Jersey, but she is like, yeah, she knows like everything about me. Most things. Most
yeah.
things.
So a bonding time with your sister. That is really,
Mhm.
really, really, really good. For me, I'm at the beach. Just give me a body of water and that's what I try to
I
do. But
know you
yeah.
like to be laid out somewhere.
So,
And we
maybe
don't
I
have
have to be
any
in the
vacations.
beach.
Last year we went to Belize.
Yeah, I see. Like this year is such a transitional year for all of us, really. So,
Everybody. Yeah.
yeah. So just
Yeah.
getting through that. Well, thank you for chatting with me today. I hope,
Wait. I didn't do the didn't talk about my business. He told me I was supposed
yeah,
to
I'm gonna tell you now. Tell the people where to find you.
Okay, so I am the founder and CEO of the Educate Way tutoring services. I do in-person and virtual tutoring. You can find me on my Instagram. Lanisha will post it.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, just look out for summer discounts. I'm going to put out my summer availability next month. And yeah, that is
Okay.
it.
So I will be posting that as well and tagging you on the socials. So
Mhm.
thank you so much for joining me in conversation today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes. So for now, be well.
Bye.
Bye.